Today I am joined by Guy Franklin. He is the founder and CEO of Israeli Mapped in New York, a platform that connects Israeli startups with the New York market. We're going to discuss some of the platform's key successes, Franklin's approach to investing in high potential startups, and we'll explore what's next for Israeli Mapped in New York as it continues to foster international tech talent and innovation in the city on this episode of Taking Stock.
So I first started Israeli Mapped in New York in addition to my day job, just to support the Israeli startups and the entrepreneurs that are relocating from Israel to New York in order to help them in their first steps here in New York.
Now, speaking of investments, let's talk about your investment arm, which has been backed by notable companies such as Talon and Gem, which Talon was acquired by Palo Alto and Gem was acquired by Wiz. So talk to me about the criteria that companies have to meet before you decide if you want to invest in them or not.
I decided to focus on cybersecurity, Series A, alongside leading VCs such as a Teammate. My strategy is to be like a follower in the investment, but to be a strategic investor. I'm bringing value here in New York to the founders that are relocating to here. And although they are well connected in the cyber world, still they need connections here in New York with the Fortune 500, with other corporates in connection to CISOs and stuff. That's how I can help them.
Talk to me about how your personal experience being in New York has influenced maybe your leadership style or how you go about operating Israeli Mapped in New York.
Based on my experience in New York, I understand that entrepreneurs that are relocating to New York have so many struggles, so many challenges, and I wanted to help the Israeli tech ecosystem as a whole. And I built like a machine that will support these entrepreneurs. I know how hard it is to relocate to New York. I moved in January, very cold, new country, new language, new work. And in my first 6 months, I had so many challenges. No one helped me. I said I will help and support the Israeli tech ecosystem. It will help the Israeli entrepreneurs, will help the Israeli economy. And that's why I decided to build like this machine that will support the founders that are relocating to New York.
And how do you track this progress of the startups that you have relationships with? Can you share some stats?
There are 450 Israeli startups in New York. 50 out of the 450 are cybersecurity. The others, most of them are B2B enterprise software in fintech, HR, PropTech, and you can find a lot of startups dealing with data and analytics. I would say that 10% of these 450 startups were founded by women, and the number of the startups that are expanding from Israel to New York in the last 12 months is the highest that I've ever seen since I relocated to New York 12 years ago.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on Taking Stock.
Thank you, Trinity.